Again, Zero. In a big production.
Dramatic effect, Rock. This might take me to the red carpet. I'm having a shot. How about you, Scorsese?
Christ, Zero. Ease up, will ya? And try to keep the smoking down.
This is my last will and testament. So let me begin with the testament part first. I come from a long line of chances. Yeah. A well-respected, well-known, as good, solid, given family. Good people. But their sense of humor could leave the unprepared either stunned and or horrified. Quick story. My grandpa Purr used to love barbecues and getting-togethers, family, friends, strangers. Come one, come all. Well, he was getting the grill ready. He was bathing those coals in lighter fluid. When Grandma, she comes out, she says, "Purr, come in here, help me bring out the food." And Grandpa calls out, "Next, next, come here, son." And Dad comes up, "Dad, what you need?" He says, "Get the grill going, I gotta go help your ma." "On it, Dad." Dad picks up the can of lighter fluid, empty. Goes in the garage, gets a can of gasoline, comes out, puts a little gas on the coals, goes back in, and comes back out with one of those boxes of Blue Diamond stick matches. Yeah. And right then, Grandpa Purr comes out, he's got a pan full of chicken. Yeah. He says, "What's taking, son? Light her up. People are hungry." Dad, he strikes the match and he says, "Let's cook, Pa." Toss it in and whoosh, kaboom. Ha! Knocked them flat on their backs. My God, the whole place just froze. Grandpa and Dad, they sit up together. No eyebrows, hair singed and smoking. Faces burned red. And they turn and look at each other and point. Man, they just started laughing and laughing. The rest of the family, quick to the punchline. They're either holding themselves up or they're convulsing on the ground in laughter. They're in hysterics. For friends and strangers, those not laughing, they took them to the hospital. Yeah. The staff there, they had to separate Grandpa and Dad because they couldn't stop laughing and pointing at each other. Yeah. And the rest of the family, they told to go home or else. I could go on and on about the things I've seen and the stories passed down to me. But Doc says, "You're short on time, Z." So, anyway, life took a pretty big toll on the Chance clan. Yeah. Matter of fact, there was only Mom, Dad, me, and Fat at the twins' funeral. My cousins out inside and outside. The story goes, they were supposed to be getting ready to harvest their corn. The boys were celebrating their new batch of homemade. Well, after a lot of I dare yous about God knows what, they got into their cars and started racing and chasing each other through the cornfields, doing donuts, mowing it down. Shit. Yeah, they must have lost their bearings a little, or they just didn't care. They started heading east, and last they were seen, they were in a dead heat. Engines roaring, corn flying everywhere. And it just so happens at that edge of the cornfield, there's a 30-foot drop off into a river. Yep. You got it. Now, at the wake, I thought, is Dad crying? Is that Dad crying? That's odd. And I looked a little closer and no, he's quietly chuckling. That old chance humor doesn't die easily. Yeah. So, the following year, one night, while she slept, Mom passed. Dad was a quieter man after that. Yeah. A few months later, me, him, and Fat, we went to the carnival in town, you know, loosen up. Well, Fat got stumbling drunk. Somehow he got on the Ferris wheel. And, you know, they're going, you know, they stop, people on, people off. Well, Fat, he got stopped at the very top. I don't know how he was able to, but with that car rocking, he got up, he stood up tall on the seat of that thing, and with his arms stretched out to that full moon, he sings in that great baritone voice of his, I'm in the mood for love. And that's as far as he got, as he pinballed down through the steel support beams of that thing, man, on his way to heaven with a song in his heart. Dad was a very quiet man after that. Matter of fact, 3 weeks later on my birthday, he went silent forever. So now I find myself, I got the keys to the kingdom. Yeah, all that's left. So curiosity, you know, got me. I'm poking around through the stuff one day and, you know, come across a pint of Jim Beam. Ooh, that helped. Thanks, Dad. And then I say, oh, hey, what's that? It says Zero's Baby album. I never even knew I had one. So I open it up. Sure enough, there's a picture of me fresh out of the oven. Yeah. I'm thinking, you sorry bastard. Too late to turn back now. You're a chance. Yeah. And I turn the page again. They got a lock of my hair taped to that page, you know, next to a picture of me. You know, and there I am in a red blazer, white shirt, and a sparkling gold tie. I look like Ringmaster Zero. Welcome to the show, folks. Yeah. Yeah. Mom wrote, behold God's deft touch. And Dad wrote, I gotta talk to that boy. He wailed like we was cutting his arm off. God love them both. Well, I'm thinking a slip of paper fell out, you know, folded. You know, I pick it up, and it's like, oh, this must be one of Mom's poems. She loved writing poetry. And I open it, and no, It's in Dad's hand, in pencil. 3 columns: girls, boys, and twins. I'm like, oh, I bet he started this after Mom told him she was in a way with fat. Man, I could feel him right through the paper. I don't know what that word is called when you're connected with a spirit, but I could just feel him jumping out of his skin, happy. His mind popping that clutch in the first gear. I doubt if he even gave Mom a hug as he grabbed pencil and paper, a bottle of Jim Beam, and out to the back porch. The possibilities. Yeah, well, let's sample here then. On the girls, he had Annie. Not Annie. A-N-Y. Annie. And then there was Hannah and Tika. Oh man, the future was not going to be bright for any girls they might have had. So, boys. The first one was Last. He had a slash to it. Must have been too pedestrian. And then there was Ain't No, with a question mark. And then he had, which was circled, Fat. Yeah. I could picture him with his bottle of Jim Beam, licking the tip of his pencil as he writes, a snowballs. That must have put him on the floor. Good God Almighty. There were other chestnuts in there. But the only other one circled was 0. Yeah. So, well, carry on. Oh, the last one, twins. There was only 2 names. Inside and Outside. I tipped the last of the Jim Beam to them. So, here I am. Sitting in the middle of what once was. Many things still sit in the same place by the hand that put them there long ago. Yeah. Well, enough of my bullshit. Let's get to the will part. I got 2 stipulations, right? First, take this envelope, and when I'm high-fiving Jesus, you can open it. Not before. You gotta swear. You swear?
I swear.
All right then. Stipulation number 2. And this is the most important of all. Alone at night. You go to the house of chance, okay? Go right on in. You go in there, maybe you see something you like to keep. Don't. On the back porch, there's a 5-gallon can of gasoline. Grab it, pour it all over the house. Yeah. In honor of Grandpa Purr and Dad, there's a box of Blue Diamond stick matches on the stove in the kitchen. Ain't that where they always are? You go get those. And by the front door, there's a hi-fi console that Dad had bought at Polk Brothers, And it's all queued up. All you got to do is turn it on, toss the match. It'll take care of the rest. Well, Scorsese, what do you think? I think I nailed it. Now, what do you say we hit Judy's, man? There's probably some women up there in need of instant gratification.
I'll race you.
Ah,
Hey, Chance. What's
Yeah.
the song on the record?
well, there ain't no chance in hell by my great grandpa Bonafide. Salute. 2, 3. Them chances were a good family. They frustrate the devil to no end. They laughed all his lives cause they tried to buy the light. That's why there ain't no chance in hell. We're all in heaven and doing quite well. Nobody's missing, and as far as we can tell, there ain't no chance, there ain't no chance, there ain't no chance in